Hello, I'm Jeff Patterson. Today we're going to look at some single stick training and talk about how to perfect our angles of attack. So real briefly to start this lesson, I'm going to show you our 12 basic angles of striking so you know why or how we're doing this. But that's really irrelevant. Any striking system that you know will work with this strategy. What we're going to do is talk about how we can perfect those strikes and really fine-tune those so they're precise and as strong as they can be. So basically our 12 strike pattern when we're in this position, I'm going to do broken strikes to show you the pattern so it can be very clear, and I'm only going to go through it once. It's not the purpose of this video to teach you the pattern. So with this one, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's our basic 12 strike pattern that we play here at the Academy, or one of them anyway. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pick each one of those strikes and look at how we can perfect that and really try to polish it up. So we're going to talk, we call these Isahan striking. So first we're going to start with the number 1. So on the number 1 strike, I have this angle here. So when I do this, I'm going to work on throwing that strike with power, using my body, learning how to sit down into the strike, put my weight into the strike, and really rip that strike on. Bop. Every time I throw that strike, I'm trying to focus like I'm hitting that same dime that's sitting out there. I'm getting that exact same line of attack. And if I do this 1,000 times, every time it's going to be down that same line about that wide. I'm going to do this with every angle. That was with the number 1. Now I do it with the number 2. Pop. And as I go through these, I'm going to start learning how to use those body mechanics. Turn, sit down to add power. Just like if I was chopping wood, I would use my whole body. I'm doing that with the strikes. It doesn't matter which strike it is. I'm transferring my weight from one to the other, learning how to put power in that. So with these Isahan strikes, usually when I teach this and try to get as a foundation for your practice, really learning how to get a little bit more solid in the angles. Because a lot of times when I see people practice Eskrima, their strikes, sometimes they'll throw a 1 here, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's with the shoulder, sometimes it's with the body, sometimes it's with the weight transfer, sometimes not. It's very inconsistent. Just kind of like if you see a beginner boxing and you see him throwing a jab and kind of looks like this, and there's nothing sharp about the movement at all. We want to try to really make this precision. So every time I do that, here, and if you get all of your strikes where they have that kind of intent, here, that's really going to give you more substance. You're going to have a lot more precision in your striking, a lot more power in your striking, and that's what this kind of training is for. So what I have my students do when I teach them this is it's kind of a challenge. And so we will do a 1,000 strike challenge. And so 1,000 strikes on the number 1 angle, on the 2, on the 3, on the 4, on the 5, on the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12. So they're going to work each one. And what I recommend doing to start out, which is something anybody can do, is 25 on each angle. So if a day. So if I do 25 on number 1, I'll do that solo, then I'll do 25 on number 2, 25 on 3, 25 all the way through, up through 12. And so basically you're doing 300 strikes a day. And try to do that 5 or 6 days a week until you hit 1,000. It's pretty easy to do. You log your numbers, you get down. I guarantee you if you do this and you get through your 1,000 strikes on each angle, notice how much your striking is going to improve. And when you're doing your 25, don't do them like this. I want every strike to be with the most intense, the most powerful strike you can do, the best form you can do, the most focus you can do. Every angle, every strike, that same kind of intention and that same focus. If you practice like that, in 6 to 8 weeks that it'll take you to run through these 1,000 strikes, your striking is going to be a lot, you'll notice a lot of improvement. So let me know if you try this and how it works for you. For the students here at the Academy, this is part of your curriculum and part of your training, so make sure that you're on this and let me check out your logs when you come in. But thank you for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. Maraming salamat po.